Hello, hello. Today we have another special topic to talk about. Today we will be discussing how to align your academic achievements to your purpose. In other words, how to turn your academic achievements to meaningful avenues. And I'm excited about this one. Hello, welcome. It's going to be an exciting time. So tell a friend. This is a very short, I just have a few moments here. And so I will dive right in. Now, everyone knows that, what brings more fulfillment, or if you didn't know, let me tell you, what brings more fulfillment is living in your purpose. And so when everything that you do aligns with your purpose, then guess what? You begin to see that the things that you're doing are having impact, okay? Not only in your life, but also those around you or in your world. And so today we are going to talk about how to align your academic achievements with your success, or how to turn your academic achievements into meaningful avenues. Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Keturah Adams. I am I'm a career alignment expert. I am also a life alignment expert, and I love what I do and what I'm discovering about myself every day. And so I hope that I can use this space to be able to enlighten you when it comes to living a purposeful life. I am also a chemistry professor. I am a researcher, a scientist. I'm also a pastor, amongst many roles. I'm a wife, I'm a mom. I mean, the list is endless. But one thing I love about each and every role that I have is in alignment with what I do or what resonates with me. So if you have gone to college or some form of education and you've received a degree, right? The question, what we're going to talk about is how can you translate that degree, or how can you translate that certification into something meaningful? And if it has to be something meaningful, then it has to be linked to your purpose. All right. And so the question now is, before we start, what have you identified your purpose? Because if you don't know your reason of being here, then everything that you do will be based on feelings or what looks right. But purpose is a driving force. So my question, that's the first thing, is you must be able to define purpose. And that is where my abilities come in. I am a career and life alignment coach. And so what I do is help individuals be able to discover their abilities, be able to develop their abilities, and in the end, operate effortlessly in their abilities or brilliance. And so as individuals, as career professionals, we must make sure that this is an aspect that we focus on. So congratulations on getting the degree. Congratulations on getting the certification. But it's just not enough. It's just not enough. So have you identified your purpose? Yesterday, I talked about how to identify your purpose in a general sense, and it's the reason why you are here. Have you identified the reason why you're here on this earth? God did not bring you here by chance. Please get this and get this well. Before you go around pursuing your life goals and dreams, let's come back to center. Why are you here? And then the next thing about it, I mentioned again, what drives you? What are some principles that drives you? You have to identify that. And then what impact can you make? I talked extensively about that. I encourage you to watch the previous live to get more insight. If you are not able to answer this, you will now turn your certifications or achievements into mediocre avenues. It won't be meaningful. You understand? So it is very, very important that number one is identifying your purpose. And I wish that's what we did a lot more in our school system, helping individuals identify the purpose. Then from that purpose, they can now choose the other add-ons like their degree and what have you. So if you have received a degree, like I mentioned again, congratulations. But the bigger picture is identifying your purpose. And if you need help with that, that's what I do, and that's why I'm here. And then I'll just, bring that to your mind. The Tap In course, you can check it all over my page. It is currently ongoing. We're open, and so I encourage you to be a part. Check it out. Always feel free to ask me questions if you do. But that is so key. So now that you have identified your purpose. So for example, for me, knowing my purpose, I always tell people your purpose is as plain as your name. All right? Your purpose is as plain as your name. So for me, I know that I have been called to help individuals be able to navigate crucial areas of their lives and transition in their lives. That is what I've been called to do. And so I help individuals in different avenues, whether you're a student, a career professional, you're an older person, whatever it is, I can help you be able to make sense of the transition that you're in and to make an informed decision. That is what I've been called to do. And so everything that I do is guarded by that. Do you understand? So that's my question to you as well. Before you pursue your career and other things that you're interested in, you have to be able to understand what your purpose is. All right? And so, assuming you know, and if you don't know it, please reach out to me and let's talk. So, assuming you know, what can you do with your degree? You've graduated, maybe you're working, maybe you're now about to work, or you're about to get a job, or you're trying to transition. Whatever it is, what should you do next? Now, here's what I would encourage you. I would encourage you to, first of all, sometimes people are very quick to look for a job. How many of you feel like that seems like the norm? Somebody graduates, the next thing is what? Employment. But that's just one subset of it. It's just one part of this main thing. People feel like they don't have any options. The only option they have is to get a job right after graduation. That ought not to be so. That is one avenue. So when you have identified your purpose, you now ask yourself, what is my next move? Then you're now going to allow your values to come into play. I mentioned that I will talk about values in depth another time. But in other words, what is one thing, or what are the things that really resonates with you? You have to be able to have these conversations with yourself. Don't be quick to try to find a job that matches exactly like your degree. So for example, a medical doctor graduates, the next thing on their mind is going to get a job at a hospital and continue on. Yes, that's a good plan, but what if that does not fully align with you? If you get what I mean, please give me a 1 in the chat. I encourage you to share this live with someone. All right? So you have to think about. So when you look at you look at yourself at this point. You know your purpose. Okay? You have some values that you go by, or helps direct you. Then you ask yourself, what is next? For some people, employment is next. They have received a degree and they decide to go into the workforce. It's for one reason or the other, maybe for money, for experience, for connections, all of that. But not because that's the only thing you have to do next. No, you have options. So one option is employment, and let it resonate with you. Another option could be furthering your education. You don't have to, let me say this. If you have a bachelor's degree, it is not a must that you must have a master's degree. And it's not a must that you must have a PhD degree. You ask yourself, what is necessary for me? What aligns me, with me? Do you understand? What aligns with me? Then that governs you. So if employment is the next thing, go for it. Do not look at your neighbor. Do not look at what somebody else is doing and then get yourself in a place that you're miserable. Remember, we have our own unique abilities and our own callings. You understand? And so Someone will get a job, someone else will decide to get further their education. But the question is, what is the why? If you feel inside of you that I really want to pursue another degree or further my education, do not let funds, how to pay for it, or what others are saying stop you from pursuing that degree. Because I can guarantee you, you will keep hearing in the back of your mind, why didn't you get that degree? Why didn't you get that degree? It has to resonate with you. This is your own path. Someone will get to a junction and take a bus. Someone will get to that same junction and has to go a little bit further before they get on the bus or the car. Do you understand? And so it's very, very important that you put certain things in place before you make the next move. Stop applying for hundreds of jobs and hoping why you haven't heard anything. This is not about it. This is about what resonates with you. Because from there, everything that you need will be made available. I can guarantee you. For some people, after they've gotten their degree, they want to go into entrepreneurship. Good for you. Go for it. It is not for everyone. There are some people now busy in entrepreneurship and are really struggling. And it's not for them, but they feel like that's the way to get money. No. Does it resonate with you? There's a certain drive that is attached to entrepreneurs that not everyone is meant to do that. Okay? There are different avenues. So make sure that it aligns with you, or else you'll be stressed and rather not stretched. Another thing is when people graduate, right? One of the things that they look into is volunteer work, right? To maybe give back to the community or sharpen their skills or what have you. That is also another avenue that is meaningful. You understand? Because living a life of purpose is living a life of impact. So if it resonates with you to volunteer at a particular place, that may not be a popular thing or a popular demand, but it resonates with you. Give it 3 months, give it 6 months. You'll be amazed how that will translate to even meaningful things for you. Do not be quick to just go for unemployment. Do not be quick. You may be wondering, well, what would I spend and all? If you've made plans and you are able to sustain yourself without the employment, great. What I mean is that don't feel like that's the ultimate goal. You do not get your degree just to get a job. You get your degree to use that to get the skills that you need to be able to drive your vision and your purpose forward and creating the life of impact. Okay? Now, another thing is that maybe you graduated and you feel this wonderful idea. I mean, it's so magnificent. It's so special. It's innovative. But you look at it and say, oh, what do I know? No. If your purpose is demanding you to bring something out, then make sure that you pay attention in that area. Maybe you are meant to come up with another design or solve a particular question based off of the degree that you've obtained. So what am I saying here? There are different avenues. The time will not permit me to go through all of them. But I'm here to tell you that employment is not the only and ultimate way. You have to figure out what aligns with you. Do not look at your country's economy. Do not look at what is popular. Do not look at what is demanded of you. Do not look at what appears nice. Look at what resonates deeply with you. Because from that standpoint is when you'll be able to impact others, including yourself. That is when you feel this fulfillment, when you are being purposefully minded. And also, so after you graduate, so you're asking, maybe you're here, you're thinking, man, the degree that I got, I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. I'm not interested in that degree anymore. I feel like I've wasted my time and all. No, you have not wasted your time. Another aspect you want to think about to make a meaningful avenue is to ask yourself, what skills did I receive or obtain in this particular degree? What skills did I obtain from it? And then use that to your advantage. Remember, when you're living on purpose, it encapsulates your gifts, it encapsulates your talent, it encapsulates your interest, it encapsulates develop skills at work as well. So all of this plays a huge part in showing up in your best form. So don't look at your certification, don't look at your background and say, what do I do with this now? No, look at it and say, what skills did I gain? So for example, if you're a nurse, right, and you look at it and you said, I don't want to go into the nursing field anymore. It's not my passion. It's not resonating with me. Hear this. No one is forcing you. No one said if you have a nursing degree, you must be a nurse. No one said if you have an engineering degree, you must now be an engineer. No, it is not the case. What things have you learned that you can take with you and then decide your next step? So for someone, let's say someone who received a nursing degree and they feel like maybe they want to go venture into another career path, take the lessons you've learned. Number one, for example, nursing, one thing about nursing, you will get some skills like communication. As a nurse, you ought to be able to communicate, right? As a nurse, you ought to be able to pay attention to details. So while you're in school, all of these things that you're being taught is helping you. So for example, I teach nursing students. A class that I teach has quite a number of nursing students. And the lab that we have are purposely designed to help them think critically about things. If they measure something, does it make sense? Is it too much, right? So they have to pay attention to details in their coursework. So as a nurse, as someone who's received a nursing degree, when they graduate, hopefully, if they went through the process and allowed the process to go on, they will be able to communicate, number one. They will be able to pay attention to details, that's number two. One of it is they have empathy because of the people they're working with, right? And another one is customer service. They have to be able to relate with the patients and all. All these skills are transferable. You can transfer these skills into another avenue. You don't have to be a nurse, okay? But what happens is now you have to expand your network so you can connect with others and hopefully helps you to transition into the next role that you want. So don't feel like your degree is boxing you. No, your degree should be an add-on for you. Find out the skills. So for me, I have a degree in chemistry. So ever since I started doing my bachelor's all the way to my PhD, one underlying message, I have been in labs over and over, different types of labs. We're given a question, we have to solve it. So what happens? I have the skills of problem solving. So when there's a problem, I know what to do in order to find a solution for it. I also have the ability to research information. You understand? Give me any research information or give me a research topic and I have the ability to research it. I also have presentation skills that I had because you're constantly presenting your results. So I was learning more and more how to present my results. So these skills, let me show you practically what I mean. These skills I can apply being a coach. Presentation skills. So when I had the purpose-driven career, I had to present slides. I had to present the material. I had to present in such a way that people will receive. But I got that skill, that skill from being going through the ropes when it comes to my degree, right? I also have the ability to research information and dig deep. And so being a coach, I need to ensure that I have the right information for the clients. And so what's happening is that I'm able to research information. I'm able to pull together information. I'm able to piece together information and be able to be relatable with the clients. You understand? Same way with my students. When I'm talking with them, I ought to be able to put enough information to be able to translate and present it well. So what I'm saying is that your degree definitely can play a huge role, but don't mistake your degree as the ultimate direction and path for your life. When you're mistaken that, you find yourself allowing the external to determine which direction you go, what in actual fact you are supposed to be driven by purpose. So that's what I have for you today. I just wanted to encourage you to look within in your career. Look within your academic achievements. Look at your certifications. Look at your degree that you've obtained. Ask yourself, is it in alignment, or how can I align it with my purpose? What are some skills that can be transferable that can help me to show up there in my most authentic self? And then having in the back of your mind that employment is not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to be able to give out that which is in you to others by bringing your brilliance out so others can be impacted by it. And so I encourage you today to do some deep digging. Come back to center. Quit applying for all the jobs. Come back to center. Find out what aligns with you. What are your core values? What are your core values? Allow that to help you make the next decision and the next move. So very soon I will go into the core values and what that looks like. But before we round up, just to give you an idea, core values, it's something that is non-negotiable for you. Because that is a core, a fundamental part of you, a principle you live by. And so if you don't identify the principles you live by, you will just be going to and fro and still feel something is missing. I wanted a PhD, or I wanted a doctorate degree. It resonated deeply with me. So I went ahead and furthered my education, because the area that I wanted to go, I needed that training and that direction. It's not for everyone, right? And so you ask yourself, is it some of you really want the doctor title? Go for it. It resonates you. There's nothing wrong with it. Some people could care less, right? Some of you enjoy to understand maybe numbers and you didn't get to do that in school. Maybe you like you want to business aspect of stuff. Take a certification course, right? Invest in yourself. Some of you maybe, of all the degree you have, you found that you are lacking in terms of your professional development or personal development. Then you take a course regarding that. That is why I'm here. What we do is help you to be able to gain professional and personal growth and be excellent in the things that you do. So if you want to build yourself strong, I encourage you, be a part of the Tap-In course. It is officially open and welcoming everyone on board. Any career professional, it is for you. And we're helping you to bring out your brilliance. We're helping you to connect or turn your academic background or achievement into meaningful avenues. We're helping you to discover, to develop and dominate with the abilities that are inside of you. We want to make sure that you are well established. So if you're at a crossroads and you're not sure whether to go left or right or straight, or what to do with all that you have, your education, your training, your interest and all of that, we help you. We bring it all together. What are your gifts? What are your talents? What are your interests? Do you know them? If you don't know them, how can you plan your career and your life? We help you understand that this is my purpose. This is me. We help you cultivate your personal culture. We help you identify your principles that you live by. With these things, everything else that comes, you're able to make it work. You're able to align it. So I encourage you to be a part of it. It is the course for you. It is the course for you. It is a course that will transform your life 100%. And it's a course that will get you from living life to fulfillment in life. So thank you all so much for being a part. I hope that you've received something. I hope that you've been encouraged to look within and be able to make the next big move the right way. And if you need help as usual, my name is Dr. Keturah Adams. I am a career and life alignment coach, and I am here to help you navigate this path to living life to the fullest and impacting others along the way. So I leave this with you. Be looking out for more of this. We'll talk more, and I hope that this will be a good enlightenment for you as you walk in your purpose-driven path. God bless you all and have an awesome rest of the day. And as always, keep on folding. There is more to you than meets the eye. God bless you.